Good evening. I'd like to call this meeting to order, the special meeting for March 6, 2019 of the York County School Board. And the purpose of this meeting, again, is to vote on the interim appointment to the school board for the representation of District 2 in order to fill the vacancy that was created by the resignation last month. So before we vote on the item, I just want to recap the time of events. February 6th, Mr. Anderson submitted his resignation. And we went on from there. On February 14th, we put a notice that was published in the Daily Press announcing the public hearing for the 25th of February. Resumes were accepted up until the deadline of 5 p.m. on February 20th, and we had 5 candidates that submitted resumes. And on February 21st, the names of the 5 interested applicants were released to the public. So then we had the public hearing on the 25th on a regular school board meeting for the purpose of receiving input from citizens and input from the candidates or anybody that wanted to talk about the candidates. And then all the candidates were contacted, and then on Friday, March 1st, the board met and interviewed those candidates and had a discussion about the candidates. We also discussed what qualities the citizens of District 2 wanted in a candidate, but there were no comments, emails, text, or anything to any board member from that district of the qualities they would like to see in the individual to represent them. But we did have 2 candidates speak at our public forum, and then 3 individuals speak on behalf of a candidate at that public forum. So the board interviewed the candidates and discussed, and that brings us to tonight. But it was a very difficult decision that we had. The candidates were all extremely qualified, so it's really tough to pick one when they're all very qualified. They all each brought their own different background and expertise. And I'd like to take the opportunity to thank each candidate for their time, their commitment to giving back to the community, and the enthusiasm to apply for the interim position. And as previously stated, the purpose of this meeting again tonight is to appoint the interim board member for District 2, so I'll need a motion and a second to adopt the resolution. If I could have a board member read the motion and the resolution to appoint the interim board member.
And this is just your action item. That's here. Consideration of approval of resolution.
Correct.
19-15, the resolution to appoint a specific individual to the County School Board of York County, Virginia.
So do you have a recommendation for the name of the candidate for that resolution?
I do. And it's not written, but Mr. Brett Higginbotham, I recommend that he be appointed to the remaining term for District 2.
Okay.
A second.
So there's a motion and a second to appoint Brett Higginbotham to serve as the representative for District 2 interim until the election. Ms. Ford, if you would poll the board, please.
Yes, the motion is made by Mrs. Haywood and seconded by Mr. Medford to appoint Brett Higginbotham as the District 2 interim appointment to the board. Dr. George?
Yes.
Mrs. Haywood?
Yes.
Mr. Medford?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson?
Yes.
So the motion passed 4-0.
Thank you, Ms. Ford. So once again, I'd like to publicly thank the applicants for their time and interest in the interim position. And as previously mentioned, the board carefully considered each candidate and appreciates their professionalism and their willingness to serve the board. But I'd like to congratulate Brett Higginbotham on his appointment to the position. And our board looks forward to working together and as we advocate for students and continue to strive for educational excellence in our division. And we welcome Brett to the team. So as a reminder, our next work session will be on Monday, March 11th at 6 p.m. And we're in need of a closed session. Is there a motion for that?
Yes, I move the York County School Board convene in closed session to discuss student matters as authorized by Section 2.2-3711A2 exemption to the open meeting requirements of the Virginia Freedom of Information Act.
Second.
So there's a motion and a second, Ms. Ford?
Yes, the motion was made by Mr. Medford and seconded by Dr. George for the York County School Board to convene in closed session. Mr. Medford?
Yes.
Dr. George?
Yes.
Mrs. Haywood?
Yes.
And Mr. Richardson?
Yes. This meeting is closed. We're good.